It's Ben's time. For those of you who are new to this series, it's a series where I answer your question and do your trick requests. Yeah. And we're still doing today's episode on a premium ledge, because why not? And the manual tricks are gonna be on a Camel Pro manual pad. So, let's start this. So first trick is gonna be a combination of Lil Nene tricks and Hoops FB. And Lil Nene is asking for a nollie laser flip backside revert, and Hoops FB is asking for a hard flip frontside revert. So let's do this. We got underscore Alex.FB, who's asking an impossible with my left hand. Yeah! Wow! Those are cleaner than my impossible on my right hand. So we got two person who's asking the same trick. We got Fingerboard Jacob from YouTube who's asking an hard flip nose grind nollie tree flip out. And we got Reebok Skater. That was like 100th time harder than the nollie hard flip, nollie tree flip out for some reason. I need to practice hard flips nose grind. Next one, we got Kalitos.fb.films who's asking for a nollie hard flip crook nollie flip out. Let's redo it. Next one, next one is from No Boshing and Diego FBFST. No Boshing is asking for a kick back nose grind nollie backside heel out, and Diego is asking for a nollie tree smith. Let's combine both.
Bon, mais c'est pas très transport, c'est sa faute. C'est une petite plateforme pour l'avoir. Ouais, moi je suis quand même trop dur avec ça. C'est sûr, si j'en finis à 10.
So this question is from Lalo, and it's also the same question as Jed FB, who are asking what was my main inspiration, or who was my main inspiration to fingerboard. Well, actually, my main inspiration, everybody knows, was Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and it was like right next to, tech decks were right next to Hot Wheels, and I was really into Hot Wheels when I was a youngster. So like one day I went to check my Hot Wheels as usual, but they had tech decks and they were the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 series, I remember. So I just associated like this finger skateboard to like my video game, and at first it wasn't really like, oh, it's a mini skateboard. It was like, oh, here is something from the game I'm playing. But who was my main inspiration? yeah, basically at that time I was discovering the internet, so every time I saw an URL on anything, I would basically go on the internet and just write it down. So I written down techtech.com and went to the video section and saw all those videos, the one with the guy who's writing a dollhouse, and Michael King Scott. The videos from Michael King Scott, I like all his older videos. I'm sure you Holster remember them. Yeah, Michael King Scott like was the first rider I've seen like do actual tricks, and it looked like actual skateboarding. The only skateboarding I know was the video from the Tony Hawk Pro Skater, like that you get at the end of the game. What I'm trying to say is that I never was interested into styles and all the stuff. I always was all about the highest score possible. So that explained my style today. And yeah, Michael King Scott was my main inspiration at the beginning, but I needed to learn all the tricks. So who was my teacher? My teacher was Gary Chin. All his tutorials were super clear, and even for me, which isn't a native English speaker, it was super clear to understand, and he made me land pretty much all my first. And here I am, landing nollie half cabil almost every time. And yeah, like it's crazy to think that never I would think I would be able to land once, yet land it every time. I don't know. Like, yeah, Gary Chin, Michael King Scott, and yeah, probably Mike Schneider, because yeah, I was basically always watching his videos, and man, I could remember a lot of fingerboarders that really got me into fingerboard. But yeah, the main, Michael King Scott and Gary Chin, who taught me pretty much everything I know about fingerboarding, trick-wise. Oh, and also Jed had a trick request of a 3-flip nose blunt nollie heel out. This is supposed to be a easy. What? Way! Hey! Yippee! Let's do some manual pads. I got my teammate, Infesk, who's asking, how would you name your hand if it was a character? And nollie inward in nose manual, nollie inward out. I don't know. How do you think I should name my hand? Leave a comment down below and let me know. Okay. Nollie inward in nose manual, nollie inward out. That's the hardest part of it, because when you do a nollie in ordeal, most of the time you're gonna land like in this position, and if you have like too much index versus this one, it's gonna you won't be able to reach the tip right there to do a proper nollie in ordeal. So I got to focus on the landing on the first nollie in ordeal. Yeah. That was basically it, but that was sketchy. Let's try another one. Another sketchy one. Try to make it through. Out of frame. Out of frame. Yes, it was out of frame. I'm so fucking tired of this trick. That's gonna be hit 3. We got Fred Provençal, who's asking for a nollie hard flip nollie hard flip nose manual, nollie heel manual, kick flip out. Next, we got our regular asker, Tiamen Hikout, who's asking for my wheel collection. This is gonna be the boring part of the video because I only have 4 sets. I have those old G6As that are like 5 years old and they're all sanded down from outdoor riding. Whenever I go do a outdoor sesh, that's what I'm putting on. I got those G6X as my indoor wheel. I think they're Black River Edition though. These are not. Here is some Y wheels, double bearing wheels. It's the first gen with the rounder shape. So I got a lot of gauge if I want to do like one wheel manual stuff. This is my go-to. And I got some Hoke RV2 that I wouldn't mind trading. And yeah, that's pretty much my wheel collection. We got Flat.FB who's asking for a switch flip manual, switch hard flip. Yeah, that was first try, but a really crappy first try. Let's do it again. And let's do the most ridiculous one. Star Hero 654, who's asking a triple flip 5-0 inward heel out. So let's try to do this. No. I think that was another front shot. Yeah. Another front shot. Wow. I want to end this episode. Was that triple or double? No, that wasn't inward, that was ill flip. What? So yeah, this pretty much concludes this episode of Benh Times. For those of you who are asking, no, I'm not wearing any underwear. So yeah, thanks for watching. That was another episode of Benh Time. Leave your question down below or wait until I make another Instagram post saying that I'm gonna do one. And yeah, if you click there you can see my last part. It's a pretty good one. And if you go there you can support me on Patreon.